What is going on, y'all? My name is Brandon. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning back into the channel. So we're not on the water today, obviously. Again, past three weeks, the wind has been ridiculous, blowing 15, 20 mile an hour, so I haven't been able to get out. But next week, it's looking good. We're gonna get on some fish. But today, I got my stuff set up here to make some lead weights, and I figured it might be pretty cool just to take y'all along and show you how I do it, and maybe you could do it yourself and save some money. So let's get to it. All right, y'all, so here's all the stuff that we're gonna need to do this. Obviously, you've got your weight molds, you've got your melting pots here. I've got a big old slab of lead, and I've got a bucket of just tire weights and such. I've got a torch head to help melt down the big piece of lead, and obviously you've got your propane and oxygen. And what you're gonna need, obviously, some gloves, steel-toe boots, pants, safety glasses, long sleeve shirt, and you definitely want to be doing this outside in a ventilated area, preferably with the wind blowing away from you, because the fumes that come off this lead is pretty harmful if you breathe it in. So if you're not outside and the wind's blowing good, make sure you have a respirator or a breathing apparatus to wear. So got all the safety stuff out of the way. Let's get to melting. All right, here we go. Get this torch going. Might be a little tricky with the wind blowing. There we go. Nice and hot. Got this big old piece of lead here we're gonna melt. Get it a little hotter. It don't take long. Lead melts at about 600 degrees Fahrenheit. A little over. So we're just gonna take off a nice big chunk, go in this pot right here. Boom, there we go. Nice big old chunk of lead, big enough so we can put in these melting pots here. All right, so now we got our chunk here in the melting pot. We're just gonna melt it down. All right, so here the lead is melted in the melting pots. I forgot, you need a spoon as well. Shh, don't tell the wife I stole her spoon out of the kitchen. Because when you melt this lead, it has impurities in it. I guess just rust and just nasty stuff. You see how whenever you scrape the top off there, it gets nice and shiny. That's what you want. Because if you leave all that nasty stuff in there, it won't solidify right in the molds. So we're gonna scrape all this nasty stuff out. That nasty stuff there. Just gonna put it in this pot. All right, there we go. Nice and shiny. We're gonna start with these bank weight molds here. I'll show you how it works. This lead, it solidifies really quick, so you got to be a little fast doing this, because if you don't get the lead evenly poured into the molds here, see, close this and pour them into these holes here. If you don't do it real evenly and pretty quick, it will solidify at the top and won't make it to the bottom, and your mold won't turn out right. We're gonna grab our melting pot here. We're gonna pour it in the holes until it overflows. Go to the next one. Jack that one up. It might be all right. Let it sit there for a few seconds. Boom. There you go. There's two bank weight molds. All you gotta do is tear these little end pieces off. And if you want, you can get you a file the edges where it broke off. And that's two good weights there. Let's do the egg weights next. Okay, so the egg weights is a little bit different. You got to have this pin right here that goes into these slots right here. Because if you don't have that, I mean, you won't have your hole to put your line through the weight. And I'm only going to be doing the 8-ounce weights on this one, because that's typically what I use. So we're just going to shut that just like that, turn it sideways, and we're going to pour it in that hole right there. Okay, grab our pot, pour it in this hole slow. There we go. You got to move this pin around because it'll get stuck. Just pull it out. There you go. There's your 8-ounce weight. Same thing with the other. You just pull this little nipple off and you file it down smooth if you want. Alright, so this is the one that I've been wanting to try, the 16-ounce. The bigger the weight, the harder it is to get it right. So it may take me a time or two to do it. Like I said, you got to evenly pour it in there because it will solidify at the top before it makes it to the bottom. But we'll give it a try. Here we go. I think it worked. There we go. Well, the hole didn't come out right, but that's all right. We can just poke that through. There we go. There's a 1-pound weight. First try. Just get a file and smooth that down. You're good. All right, y'all, I'm gonna call that a wrap. Appreciate y'all joining in with me and watching and, you know, seeing how this is done. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing them. I'll probably make about 10 or 20 of these. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and we'll see you back out on the